What's up, people? How you doing? Happy New Year. I haven't talked to y'all since since before the new year, last year. And I just want to tell y'all Happy New Year. How's it going? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't run today. And and I didn't run yesterday. Usually Mondays are kind of like my get myself together days, but I did do some things that were very, very productive to me in my life. But today, y'all, I wanted to come to y'all, and I got my water today, y'all, because I got something to say today. And listen, I got this water bottle, y'all, from the Pace Center for Girls, y'all. And when I tell you, that is an absolutely amazing organization. I witnessed a couple weeks ago. I went to one of their fashion shows, and and it was amazing. The things that they were doing for the young girls there, the teen girls, and just to see the people that were. And I'm gonna get back to what I was saying, but I just want to talk to that because it just kind of, crossed my mind. I love this water bottle, but I always take it with me, and it reminds me of the things that I plan to do in my life. What it is that I want to do with younger girls and teen girls. However, back to what I was saying. I got my water bottle because I got some things to say, and I want to be clear when I say this. This is not TikTok because it's gonna be kind of long, kind of lengthy. Not that long, but just to say what I need to say when I need to say it. I want to be able to say it as clear as I can possibly say it. And y'all know I talk slow because I'm from the country. So it's going to take me a while to get what I need to say out, but I'm going to say it. But y'all, today I want to come to y'all and talk to y'all about this one thing. Don't nobody owe you shit. Okay? I just want to go ahead and be real. Come to y'all as myself and not the well put together Kim that sometimes I may come to y'all as. I want to come to y'all real, and I'm gonna say some things that when I say this, I'm gonna say some things that I have endured in my life that has made me become a better person and has pushed me to being better at what it is that I do. Now, y'all know this one thing. Sometimes, and we don't want to say it, but a lot of black women suffer with, let me take that back. A lot of our people in our community, a lot of black people suffer from not knowing anything about finances. Now, there are some people that make it through the cracks, you know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, a lot of black people do not know how to budget, how to save, how to invest, and that has hurt us a lot in overcoming the things that we want to do, in life. And it has hurt us a lot with just what it is that we want to get out of life. Now, I ain't afraid to say that, I haven't always been the best at saving money. That has changed, let me just go ahead and put that out there. That has changed. And the reason that has changed is because I realized don't nobody owe you shit. You know what I mean? Don't nobody owe you shit. All right? And like I said, y'all, just want to warn y'all, I am coming to y'all real. This is how I learned that don't nobody owe you shit. My sister, I love her to death. And on my journey, I was like, okay, your girl, I'm getting better at this whole being a single mom, because it reminds you, I was married, I was a stay-at-home, well, I had my own business, but my ex-husband was the person who took care of everything financially. I didn't know anything about finances. That was his thing. But I was was, I'm getting back on my feet, and as you all know that I'm y'all, I probably need my shades, but y'all know how the sun be doing me. But I'm gonna try to talk to y'all real quick and get out what I need to say. But like I said, back to what I was saying, my husband was a big financial person. That was his thing. He loved to save, you know what I'm saying? He was big at saving. It wasn't mine. I didn't know how to, you know what I mean? I really didn't. I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to, budget my money. It was just something that just was not, I'm sorry y'all, just was not taught to me in the past. Now my dad, my parents, they are savers, you know what I mean, but it just wasn't taught to me, so I had to get out and learn it on my own. Now I went to my sister a couple years ago, I would say, during on my little journey process, and I was like, sis, can I borrow this X amount of money because I needed to get this fixed, you know what I mean? And I wanted to make sure that, it didn't tap into what I'm doing right now with my finances and trying to kind of save a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I was set and I didn't run into any issues, being that I'm a single mom. And my sister said to me, she was like, I ain't got it. And I was like, okay. See, in the past, I've always been a person that don't like to ask nobody for shit. I'll get out and I'll work, I will work my butt off. However, when I worked my butt off, I still didn't know how to budget and how to save. So when my sister was like, I ain't got it, I was like, damn, I know you got it, but you can't really monitor somebody's pockets. You don't really know what people have and what they don't have. So I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't upset, y'all, at all. I wasn't upset. Mind you, some people may get upset because somebody has told them no. But because I was on my journey and I realized that don't nobody owe you shit, I had to make moves and do things a bit differently. So one of the things that I did is I got out and I was like, you know what? I'm finna make it happen. I'm finna, I'm about to do what I need to do because don't nobody owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got out and I made it happen. I started driving, and this was during the pandemic. You know what I mean? But, y'all know we was kind of low. I didn't get the luxury of getting a SBA loan, even though I have 2 businesses. I just didn't go that route. I didn't go that route. So throughout the pandemic, I hustled. When I didn't have to work, hustled driving for Lyft and, Uber and doing DoorDash and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because that is what I needed to get myself back on track at that point in time. I realized that nobody owed me shit, so I had to get out there and hustle on my own. And that was a lesson for me. You can't monitor anybody's pockets. You can't get upset because somebody tell you no. And it's up to you to pull yourself out of whatever hole you got going on. So you got to make it happen regardless. Now, this is another lesson, and I'm using my lessons because this is showing that, you really got to get out and make it happen on your own. Do your own research and go with those people that are willing to help, that don't mind helping. Sometimes people just can't help. They don't have the ability to help, but they can offer you some kind words. They can offer you some words of advice or put you in a position to where, you can go to get your own self-help. Honor those people. Don't get upset because they can't give you what you want right then and there. I had as a photographer, I do this test a lot. I do this test a lot just to see who's gonna follow through and who's not. Now, y'all already know I have a brother. My brother, he's my mentor, Carlos Yardrick, and I love my brother to death. He's my mentor. He teaches me what I need, and anything with photography wise, he pushes me to be better at what it is that I do. I did a test, and I reached out to several different photographers around my area, And I said, you know what, let me reach out to several photographers to see if they would be willing to offer any kind of advice. If I could be a mentee, could you teach me your techniques? Because I believe in this. It's money out there for everybody. It's everybody win. Everybody got their own technique. Everybody got their own style and how they do things. And you really just have to kind of find your own niche, but whatever it is that you are trying to do with your businesses or with your endeavors that you're doing. Now, everybody know Carlos Biarja is one of my mentors when it comes to photography. So I did a little reaching out to different photographers, and I was like, hey, can you show me some of your techniques? Can you show me, is there any advice that you could offer me? And y'all know what? Surprisingly, it's not surprisingly, I did get some, I don't have time, or I'm sorry, and it's okay, y'all. You know what I mean? It's okay, because people are entitled to say no. Nobody is gonna work on when you want it to work. That's why you have to get out and you have to do your own researching sometimes. You will have those people that are there to help you, kind of like my brother Carlos. You know what I mean? I look up to him so much because he teaches me everything I know, but on the flip side, I do know that he also has his own things to take care of in his videography and photography business. So just to kind of ease the tension off of him as a mentor, I'll reach out to other different photographers, or not even just photographers, y'all, people in general that I feel like that's going to be beneficial and I could be a benefit to them, to whatever it is that I'm doing. I have my own nonprofit organization, Black Girls Network, and one thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to get out into the school systems, trying to get out there and reach those younger generation and those teen girls, so that I can kind of make an impact on them early. Because one thing I've learned is that it's harder to get women on board than it is to get teens on board. Why? Because teens are still learning. They're still taking in the knowledge, they're still taking in the knowledge. So it's easier to work with them versus women. And I have worked with women in the past. It's just a little bit easier to work with teen girls. And I would rather work with them because I'm able to teach them things that I've been in life, things that has happened to me in life that I'm able to teach them, try to kind of get them a little bit of knowledge before they get to, or before they make the same mistakes that I make. So I reach out to different people on how to do certain things in regards to my business. And like I said, I did reach out to some photographers, and I did get some no's. Nah, I ain't got the time, or and it's okay. But it also taught me another lesson, that don't nobody owe you shit. You really got to get out and you got to get moving, and you got to do what's best for you. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything, and that's life. So along the way, I've learned, Kim, get out there and get your bag on your own. Pull yourself away from those people, those naysayers, those people that you thought were there for you, and it turns out they weren't there. Remind you also have to take in account of what they are going through. You never know what another person is going through, so you can't expect them to be able to help you or fill your cup up when they ain't got shit in their cup. When their cup at you, sometimes our cups, as a person of spirituality, I feel like I have my own relationship with God. Sometimes our cups can become empty. We're trying to pour from an empty vessel into somebody else, and we ain't even got our shit together yet. And you got to be able to understand that don't nobody owe you shit, and they too may be trying to get their life back on track. You got to get out. I say that to say this. You got to get out there and make it happen on your own. If you want to lose weight, get out there and make it happen on your own. I've always been a person that has always been amongst a whole group and a whole crowd of people. I've always been that person since I was a kid. I've always been, I guess they would say popular. I've always been, I seem to think I've always been that person that everybody knew, and it wasn't until I had to pull myself back and start focusing on myself and giving that same love that everybody showed me to myself. And once you start realizing that don't nobody owe you shit except for you, you owe yourself everything. You owe yourself everything. You just have to get out. You have to get out and you have to make it happen on your own. Sometimes. Now, let me just say this. There will be times where you will need people. You're going to always need somebody. Even though I feel like we are gods and goddesses, kings and queens, and, everything, because that's who our ancestors were. And we still have that running through our blood and our veins. You know what I'm saying? Those, God made us in his image, right? So at the same time, we have to uphold that. So we still have that inside of us. But at the end of the day, God made us in his image. So you're not by yourself in this thing. However, you have to get yourself together before you can, before you can pour out to anybody else. You got to learn that you got your own self and God. He's going to help you. Somebody is always going to be superior of you because somebody had to create us. I know we came from my parents, but who created mankind? Who created all of the the different trees and the plants and the things like that? So that's why I say you're not always alone, and you're gonna always need an extra push, rather it be from your support system, the circle that surrounds you. You are gonna always need that, but at the end of the day, when things fall through, you got to be able to have you. God got you, but you got to be able to have you. Nobody else is gonna have you. I couldn't expect for my sister to, give me cash when she, because at the end of the day, you don't know what somebody else is going through. And people are entitled to say no matter who they are. But let that push you to be better. It pushed me because I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to ask nobody for shit no more. So let me figure out what I need to do to make things happen, to get more cash flow coming in what I got going on. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. I hustled. I got out there, drove some Lyft rides, and this wasn't my vehicle at the time. I don't do it. I had another vehicle, and I would go. I remember going around Jacksonville just trying to make some extra money, because I'm like, I was on the grind at one time, y'all. I was like, okay, your girl over here making $600, $700 a week, and baby, I was doing it. And that is what pulled me out of the hole. I had to get out there and make it happen for me. I couldn't expect her to say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If she would have said it, yes. But what lesson is that teaching me? What lesson did that teach me, about perseverance? No matter who says no to you, no matter who can't help you on your journey, find ways to help yourself. I take my learning techniques from YouTube, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. That's how I became better, and that's how I'm able to talk more efficiently than how it was when I first started doing this whole life coaching and motivational, inspirational speaking type of deal that I'm doing right now. I didn't start out speaking like this. I'm learning along the way, and it's because of what I put into myself, the amount of time that I put into myself, the reading, the knowledge that I'm gaining. Listen, If God got you, who can be against you, baby? If another person won't help you get to where you need to be, maybe that's your time to help yourself. Maybe that's the time for you to help yourself, because they aren't helping you. It ain't up to them, and they okay. It's okay that they don't have to help you. It's all right. When you start to learn that people are people, and people will switch up, and sometimes and different energies and different vibes that people give you on several different occasions, you got to understand people and be okay with that. I've been dealing with people for a long time. I served in the military. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, I got to deal with people. I had to discipline myself to not talk back when I know my mouth is, you know what I'm saying? I had to discipline myself to do that. You know what I mean? I had to discipline myself to listen, to understand, and not listen just to react. And I have did that in the past. I listened to react because I wanted a person to understand my point of view so much that I wasn't understanding theirs. And sometimes you gotta turn the mirror on. You gotta look in the mirror. You gotta be okay with that. You know, I did tell y'all this was gonna be lengthy. We at 21 minutes, but hey, I got something to say. You know, I haven't talked to y'all in a couple days, and it's a new year, and I want to start my first video of the new year off right, telling you that don't nobody owe you shit. Okay, don't nobody owe you shit. You really have to get out there and grind for you. You really got to go out there and learn. Put your phones down. So it's all right to have those outlets. It's definitely okay because they are mine. I use those outlets to promote my business, still instilling something in me, and I use it as a venting session. I use it as my personal diary. You know, some things I use, you know, I put up on Facebook but some things I actually write in my diary. You know what I mean? Because I believe in spelling. You know what I'm saying? I believe in writing your intentions out and doing. And speaking of which, y'all know a new moon was yesterday, January 2nd. Day before yesterday, January 2nd. And it's the day January. Okay, January 2nd. It was a new moon, and it was an opportunity for you to write your intentions out. And that's what I did. Write. I wrote my intentions out to be better. Instill that knowledge in you. Gain that knowledge that you need. Every day is a working process with us. We are growing every single day. And if we're just standing still, going through the same motions, doing the same shit, waking up on the same side of the bed every day, being pissed off at everybody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, don't nobody owe you shit. So you sitting up, you coming around saying why you ain't speak to me and stuff like that. People like that, you need to stay away from. People like that don't owe, you know, they don't owe you anything. And especially, it's nothing good if they're putting you in a bad state of mind. Focus that attention that you put on social media, focus it into yourself. Read, y'all. That's one thing, since I started reading more, and y'all may not believe me, but I was a good reader back in the day. You know, I could show y'all my little highest average. I was in language arts. I did a lot of stuff, and I had the highest GPA average in language arts at one point in time in school. But I used to love to do those things, even though it was kind of harder for me to comprehend, because where I come from, we don't get we kind of get like the bare minimum. I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but we don't have we wasn't really blessed with a lot of opportunities that kids in the city areas grew up in, or kids in the nicer areas, private school, things like that. We had one high school, Baldwin High, BHS. Okay, we had one high school, we had a private school, Georgia Military College in Milledgeville. And if you had a little bit of cash, that's where they sent your kids to, because they didn't want you to go to that one high school that we had, BHS, you know, Baldwin High School. They didn't want you to go there because you know, they felt like, okay, that's where they put everybody at. Everybody, you know, you're coming from all different places, and if you had the ability to put your kid in that type of environment, such as Georgia Military College, then you may have had education that was a tad bit better than how we went through our school system. So I used to love reading, and now that I've gotten back into reading, I've understood that a lot of the things that we need to know is written in materials. Is written. A lot of the audios that I listen to on YouTube, y'all, and I love YouTube so much because, like I said, YouTube has pulled me out and made me a better person, and and instilled a lot of I've had a lot of patience with YouTube, and I've listened to so many different speakers, and a lot of them are saying the same shit. You know what I mean? But it's good to hear somebody else telling you that's not around your circle, that's not in your area. So I went to YouTube and I learned those different things. I learned about different books, about different speakers, and I surround myself around that type of energy. A person don't have to be in your space in order for you to grasp their energy. A person can be on TV and grasp your energy. That's how these booty shaking and ass shaking videos are able to, grasp the attention of our ladies. You know what I'm saying? When we want to, that's because it's what we see. That's the energy that we're receiving. No matter what. But y'all, I'm not gonna talk to y'all too long. I got a really busy day. I'm probably gonna run around. I am gonna run today, but it's gonna probably be this afternoon. I will post. Y'all know I always post every time I run, just to motivate somebody else. I like to post those different things to show you, hey, I'm getting out here getting it too. I'll post my financial savings plans that I am doing. If y'all don't know, I have started a $1 saving challenge. Every bill that I break, any $1 bill that comes from that bill that I break, I gotta put them ones in my jar. Usually we leave them in our wallet, get us some little candies from the store, fast food or anything, those little ones. But no, I take my ones that I break and I put them in, or take my bills that I break and I put the ones from those bills inside of a jar. I've been started investing into the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a stock market exchange account, y'all. Listen, when I tell you I am doing a whole 180, and I don't want to say 360, because guess what? If you do a 360, it's going to lead you right back to where you're at. But a 180 is going to do a turnaround. You're going to do a turnaround. You know what I mean? Unless I'm doing a 360 the opposite way, But I am, I'm doing a whole turnaround and transformation of my entire life. My body, my mind, my soul, my finances. One of my goals that I have is I want to be a millionaire, and I'm gonna get there. I gave my goal is before 40 years old. I'm 34 right now, so my goal is to become a millionaire before I turn 40. And I'm gonna work really, really hard to get there. But as you all know, that's patience. So some of the things I'm gonna be doing behind the scenes that won't nobody see. Some of the things I'm gonna be doing behind the scenes that won't nobody notice. And one of those things is my investment into the stock market. Don't nobody know what I'm putting in there. You know what I mean? But it's doing pretty good. And saving, my $1 saving challenge, all of the money that I make, I put it in my bank account, and I try to save more than spend, because before I would always want to do the quick way, and everything ain't always quick. Some things takes patience, and there's one thing that I've learned along my journey is patience. You got to have patience with yourself. You got to have patience with God, because he got patience with us. For all my church and my Christians out there, God gave his only begotten son, right? You know what I'm saying? He gave his only begotten son. So that has to tell you that he had patience with us to give us something that was so amazing, such as the greatest man alive, Jesus. That's what they say. You know, hey, but that's a story for another day. If you all don't know, I was raised in a church. I'm surrounded by church family, you know, so I know about Christianity, but I also realize that spirituality and having your own connection with God means a lot more to me than how I was raised in a church. So for those people that when I do throw out those biblical facts sometimes, it's because it's what I've learned growing up. And I've did my research as an adult on why I felt that way. But y'all, like I said, I got a busy day. I wish you all a happy new year. Much blessings and abundance to y'all. Whatever y'all want, I hope God bless y'all in abundance, y'all. Because guess what? Our ass is needed. You know, it's time, ain't it? I know it's time. So I done talked to y'all for 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. But I did warn y'all in the beginning that I had a lot to say. I did. So I'm going to post this video on social media. And, you know, hopefully y'all share it. If not, it's okay. The views don't lie. So that means I am getting to someone. I am getting through to someone, because I've had several people to come to me and tell me that they are inspired by the messages that I do say. They are inspired, and I help them. Even the quotes that I put up, the video, the audios that I share, I have people to come to me and say I am inspired. So if it's just those couple people that I inspire, I'm all right. I'm all right with that. You know, I am. But y'all have a wonderful day, a happy new year, and y'all know what I always say. My goddaughter and her friends always they always laugh at me about this. Deuces. So I'ma go. Bye, y'all.